Hi, my friends. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today, let me just put that out the picture, are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, my friends. New format yet again. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here for a while, welcome back. This is our new moon in Leo happening on the 28th of July. I brought through a channeling. I also did a healing incantation. This one is not alive, obviously, as you can see now. I said I wasn't quite sure if I could do it with the energies. Turns out I can't. I'm physically tired. And so this is going to be like about half an hour long. And but I'll try to do like another live and reading for you personally. Just mini tiny readings at the end for the next full moon reading. I think that should be good. But for this one, no. So with this new moon in Leo, I asked, what are the energies? How do we best work with the energies? And what do we need to know going forward? What was really interesting and striking was the healing singing, the healing chanting, because it was so strong. And I just saw 111, so you may be seeing lots of synchronicities with numbers also. And I felt like almost like a portal that was opening, right? Like a strong thing. Clearing of throat is what a lot of you may be experiencing. So if you're a singer or you like to sing, you may experience that you actually are able to sing more clearly, and that you all of a sudden have a better range, and you don't really know how that coincides. That coincides actually with clearing of the throat, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. So I'll attach the healing chanting at the end of this reading. This is also typically what extendeds look like, but I'm just gonna give this to you as a gift for this month. And happy birthday to all of my Leos out there. Your birthday reading with the extended and everything is going to appear shortly as well, so watch out for this, and I'm sure it's going to be tied into this new moon in Leo. Another thing that I noticed was interesting because and this happened like 3 or 4 times already with the birthday readings. So the birthday readings actually coincided with a moon, so I always did them together, and this is not planned, it's just happening. And same with you, Leo. It's the same thing. And if you are another sign, it's always good to tap into the birthday readings and into the new moon and full moon readings to get like the full energy. Okay. Organs that may be sensitive during this time of the new moon in Leo is the heart, the aorta, blood pressure, blood circulation, so anything like that. You may also experience a heart opening and really feel into those feelings, okay? Criticism, the topic of criticism may be popping up, most of all of yourself, actually, because if someone is criticizing you for something that you don't identify with, that doesn't resonate with you at all, then it doesn't face you whatsoever, right? I still feel with the heart opening a lot of Cancerian energies, but that is about to leave again, okay? Physical tiredness, as I told you myself, I'm feeling it strongly, so it feels like I can sleep as much as I want. I'm still tired, really tired actually. It could also have to do with the past months that happened. I just saw 333. This could also be the case for you, especially if you've been moving around or if you've had like major life changes happening. And we're all a bit tired just from the past months and the past 2 years, and this may be showing up strongly right now as well. Yeah, physical tiredness, new place, new life, still trying to figure things out was what I was getting. Some of you may actually still be in the process of putting your stuff away or finding a good place for your stuff in case you've moved, or if you're rearranging stuff or have rearranged stuff in your home, if you've been decluttering. Still trying to find, a good place for your things. Manifesting is very, very important, so be mindful of your thoughts and of your feelings, again, because of the Lionsgate portal is what they were giving me. This is happening on 8/8, so the 8th of August, and those energies, they're already there. That in combination with Leo season and with a new moon in Leo is really powerful. I really recommend you listen to the healing chanting that I did, because that's like, woof, that's coming in strong, and I love it because it's like, yeah, things are amped up. And I'm a Leo sun, as a lot of you probably know that are watching these readings, and so it's like really amped up energy, and I love that. But it can also cause like a little bit of anxiety, or it may feel like anxiety because it's so high. It's so high. And if you're really, yeah, I can feel it in my hands. My God, some of you are really, are feeling it in your hands and in your feet. And this may be prohibiting you from sleeping properly also. I recommend like lots of grounding daily. And what sometimes helps me when I get really hot hands while I sleep because of the energies is just I would touch the wall because it's cool, and then I would let the energies run to Mother Earth through the wall. Okay, so this is a recommendation for you. And also, like I said, lots of grounding. It may also be difficult for some of you to find peace, to find peaceful thoughts. That's okay. Just run with it, right? Don't stress too much about it. It will come to pass. Okay? This is the channeling that I did for us. Yeah, and now we're gonna work with the Black Moon astrology deck here. And I'm super curious what wants to come through for us. I didn't pull any cards. See, there you go. I didn't pull any cards because I felt like I wanted to get into it straight away. So we're going to do a little bit of shuffling here, my friends. This one I actually did shuffle, but the rest I did not. I feel like let's go, especially after that chanting. I was like, oh my God, let's go. It's amped up. So things are moving quickly here too with the energies, just so you're aware. Also with your manifestation, some of you may have been wanting to bring something about for a really long time. Yeah, for a really long time. And it's time. The Spirit says it's time now. It really is time to bring that through, to bring that about. And I just pulled Yod for us, which is destiny. Look at this. Wow. Look at this. It looks kind of mysterious, right? It also looks like the Kabbalah, I think, is what I'm associating this with. It could also be some sort of a trine that is happening. Anyways, this is like a huge opportunity that is presenting itself to us currently, like a huge one. You really might want to check your chart for north and south node. So where are you going? But this is more, this is expansive, because the chart, of course, and I'm not an expert in this, but what they're saying is the chart does not only consist of 2 points or simply your sun sign. Interesting that I mentioned to you that I'm a Leo sun, but there's so much more, and there are so many more planetary alignments that really do have an effect. And if you're keen to look, ancient cultures and how they put their temples or their buildings, their pyramids in certain directions just for one day, for example, the summer solstice, a lot of the temples have just been built so that the sunlight is, or the moonlight actually, is coming through. Sunlight or moonlight? I can't remember which one it was. It's coming through like on one day specifically through a tiny hole, and that sunlight would actually go through the hand, so you can actually see through your hand through that. It's incredible, really, really incredible. And how they used math to calculate. There is something that is reoccurring here for us as well. Like, these are super important times. And in case you feel a little bit of despair, I recommend disconnecting yourself, from whatever you may be perceiving may or may not be going on outside. What they're giving me now is like Schrodinger's cat. I think Schrodinger was the physician that worked with the cat. I think it was quite the experiment, and also kind of like a macabre experiment, because it's like, look it up if you want to. It's like, if you don't see it, it didn't happen, kind of a thing. So it was this experiment about a cat. I think it was a dead cat, but the cat couldn't be dead unless you saw it, unless you saw that it was dead, something like that. But that really struck me, actually. Here you go, throat. That really struck me because I was like, wow, that's actually crazy, and it's so true. And I sometimes wonder also, like recently a lot, what is happening? What is happening with regards to timelines? I mean, are the people real? Is it just what I'm bringing about? Like, lots of stuff about reality that's coming up. Questioning reality. Is this really real? Is this a simulation? Are the people that we encounter real? Is this staged in a way? So you may be having a lot of similar thoughts here as well in that direction. And also, isn't it so crazy that when we live one lifetime, that we're going in a certain direction, and this comes back to the yod here, to the destiny. You're going a certain path and you're following that, but it's not until very late that you can actually see, and this is interesting, the portal, that you can actually see this, because before it's like hidden from view, and there's no way you can possibly see where you're going, but all of a sudden that thing is being pushed to the side, or maybe you yourself are using force to push the veil to the side and be like, oh, that's what that is, this is where I'm going. So it's quite potent with the energies right now, like incredibly potent. And again, be mindful of your thoughts. Now let me read that to you. Yeah. A person often meets his or her destiny on the road he or she took to avoid it. Interesting. The ancients, here we go, ancient cultures believed that the yod was an area of fate in the chart and not a particularly favorable one. It's also called the eye of God or the finger of God. The yod is a particular astrological configuration in a chart. It is a triangle formed by two planets 60 degrees apart, while both are 150 degrees from a third planet. This creates a thin, pie-shaped aspect. The yod configuration is linked to the Hebrew alphabet. Yod, or yud, is the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which has mystical implications signifying the omnipresence of God and often denoting humility, because the energy is locked in that triangular configuration, causing matters to be fated and often difficult, but not without their rewards. Yod configuration is influential and implies that there is a disruptive force at work, much like we're seeing on the outside, and you may be feeling this as well, also in your personal life, within yourself. Something is pushing you forward, something is pulling you along. In a sense, this astrological placement of planets is somewhat in exile from the other planetary energies because they are not harmonious with each other and therefore cause tension. This can bring about feelings of intense stress and restriction. There can also be a sense of being different, feeling alone, and of being out of step with others at times. A yod in a natal chart can even indicate being the black sheep of the family. When the yod card presents itself in a reading, it means that the situation can be chaotic or may soon turn that way. It will be hard to see any clear path because of this chaos, but it will be important to weather through it all. This is not always bad because it's a process of finding what works and what isn't functioning, and now will be the time to be scaling things down and weeding out what is unnecessary. Yeah, and this is interesting too, you know, because I feel if you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, this is not phasing you in such a way, because you'll kind of like, you've already built your boat is what I'm getting. They're making a reference to the ark. Interesting. You know, when others are completely taken by surprise by the flood, wow, by the flood that is coming. Wow, this is again prophetic. It's taking a prophetic turn, much like the Cancer reading. Interesting. So some will be very surprised by the flood. It's like, oh, we didn't expect that at all. While I believe most of you here that are watching, because you are very aware, otherwise you wouldn't be watching those readings, you already built your boat. So you should be fine. You should be fine because you've been through a lot already. You revoked or invoked a lot of healing within yourself, a lot of healing work for the collective also. So you're not as surprised by this. I'm getting the sense of you're almost expecting this to come to happen and trust that it will, but you are amongst the better prepared ones, okay? Very interesting. This is really deep. Wow. Yes, okay, now we're going with the tarot. Yeah, here we go. That's the disruption. That's the chaos. That is someone that is not prepared. So, hey, no, up, best off. Sorry, the cat cat is acting up. Here we go. That's the chaos. Oh my God. So some of you may be perceiving it just like that, because this energy has a bit of immaturity to it as well. So it's like, this one will hurt, right? This one is the one that goes about and is not caring about other feelings. I'm getting lots of narcissistic energy here as well, or just like not caring what others think, what others feel. You know, it's just like caring about self. And this is a lot of ego. And you may be feeling this within yourself as well. But again, if you did a lot of work already, you may not be feeling it so much. It's just like that you're seeing it so well in others. And so you may be feeling like, I don't want to really be part of this. I kind of want to withdraw at this time. I don't want to be part of the drama, of the chaos. You know, I built my boat. I'm good. When you're changing, you're saying to this other person or situation or event, when you change, when you're able to change your energies, I'll be there. And until then, I'll hold space for you. I'll hold space for the collective, but I'm not partaking in this. And this is a huge thing. I would really recommend not to partake in any of those drama energies, because you've outgrown that like 10 times already. But this is also important, so don't make the mistake of, you know, saying, oh, this is bad, you know, the black and white kind of a thing, or of like, oh, I'm so advanced. And I don't think you would do that. I'm just giving like a little reminder here, and I'm being very straightforward, because these are the energies to be straightforward. So you may also want to be very clear, in case this is the person that shows up in your life, no matter who they are. Be like very clear about it. Thank you for this invitation to drama. I politely decline. And I also very like strictly decline. It's just like, no, thank you. I do not wish to partake in this. You know, thank you for the offer. Oh, actually, yes, exactly. Just walk away. Walk away, because you probably experienced this before. When you're trying to converse with a person where you know that's the stage that they're in, that's a drama kind of they're seeking it out unconsciously, probably some consciously, but I feel unconsciously, should they seek it out? You know this, right? Because you've been through this phase yourself. Maybe you've just brushed against it like briefly. Maybe you've had a phase in your life where you kind of acted like this yourself. Totally fine. Likewise over here, likewise, and I didn't even know. So when you encounter this energy, just know it and politely decline. But again, this is also here to serve. It's not just, you know, this is all bad, or this is something like, I don't want this at all. It's like, it's there. It's like the light and the shadow. It needs integration. So maybe if you can, if you're in that stage, to share a little bit of love energy, you may send it to them from afar. Okay, so this is that. Or you may, you know, light a candle, or maybe that's what you have done, and this is confirmation for you. To send every human being that is in distress a prayer, to offer a candle, to light one, you know, along those lines. It doesn't mean that you have to participate again, and I don't think you would be. And if you are pulled into drama of some sort, just, I'm sure you will recognize at some stage here. I'm seeing numbers, and oh God, 17, 17, 18, 18, they keep showing me, so they must be showing you too. You must be seeing them. Just follow your heart, follow your instincts, take good care of yourself. There's self, yeah. This one, yeah. 10, out. See, oh, fucking hell. So the 10 of Wands, we have the 10 of Wands here. So I'm not so much getting this as you. I'm feeling this is the energies you're coming out of. You may have come from codependency, from people pleasing here. From carrying a load that is not actually yours. But just know that you may be, it's interesting, because you may be brought in touch by getting in touch with this person or this event, by this brushing up situation here. You may be brought in touch with that part of yourself of, oh, I don't have to people please anymore. Wow, look how far I've come. Look how much I've grown. Like, I've put all of these wands down, is what I'm getting here from this energy. It's just like, no, I, a long time ago, chose not to participate in this. I chose not to be, or to feel responsible for their emotions, for their drama. That's theirs. And this is so interesting too. That's exactly the point when you stop to take those things personally, because it's just like, I'm staying within my own field and I'm holding my field strong. I don't need to be involved in this. This can exist like right next to me and I'm good. I don't have to, be triggered into or guilt tripped even into, feeling guilty for this and that. You don't have to, like, at all. And I don't think you would be. Maybe just a little bit could come up. That's when okay, there's just a little bit left. But for the majority here that is watching this reading, you just know, okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, exactly. King of Cups. This is you. It's just like this is the evolution of yourself also, I feel, but also the evolution of humanity, because when you're seeing yourself as being at the spear tip of human consciousness, human evolution, then this is love, right? This is where you're going from the chaos and the destruction, like an unhealthy masculine kind of an energy, towards the King of Cups. And this is the destiny kind of a thing. This was a struggle, the way from the drama. And you may have grown up in drama as well, or you may have experienced a relationship that recently ended that has brought a lot of drama and that burdened you. But you're clearly going, if you aren't there yet, to the King of Cups. Love offered to self, love offered to the people, to humanity. And again, I'm getting retreating energies in the sense of you're good with your energy. You know how to handle yourself. You know how to handle your energies, your feelings, your thoughts. And it's just like you're offering that love to the world just by being, who you are. But it's also becoming, if you're listening to the incantation, it's very, very strong. Very, very strong. Oh, look at this. Page of Cups we have underneath. So again, oh, I love this. This almost jumped at me, and it will surprise you too, because this is so interesting. We have 555 again. Oh my God, you must be seeing heaps of numbers. So this is like, by you standing in this, by you being at the spear tip of all of this, and by you sending out your vibration of love, this one, the Knight of Swords, automatically has no chance but to switch to this vibration as well. It's very interesting. What they're now giving me is Archangel Michael. So you may be working, or Archangel Michael may have come forth to work with you. So you can also call on him if you're getting into situations that are a bit rougher, where you need protection, for example. You can call upon him to strengthen you. But I'm really getting this other person. It's an interesting switch of events that is happening from drama and, kind of aggressive energies. It goes to love themselves. Because you see something within them. You don't just see the aggression. You're looking far beyond that. You're looking, and here we go. Interesting that we're picking from this. The Ace of Swords. So truth is spoken. That's the throat chakra that's like in the midst of all of this here. Because you're seeing something in them that goes far beyond what they're presenting to the world right now. You're seeing the hurt child within them because you found the hurt child within yourself. And this is speaking truth. Some of you are really stepping into the position of being a speaker, of, stepping forward, of uttering your voice, whatever that may look like, right? You can do chantings in the morning. You can do, whenever you're doing them. You can be singing to the world. You can be a speaker, like on stage. You can have like a channel yourself on social media, whatever this is for you, or just like speak your truth as you go along. Because, and this, it's like you can touch a person's heart so much with kindness, so much, and vice versa with drama as well. If you're allowing it, if you're allowing to give your power away, that can touch you. But if you're very aware of it, you'll immediately like reject it. It's like, I don't want this. But again, they will feel like your vibration is felt here. Your vibration is very important in switching or turning others onto that same vibration. And this is very much speaking truth from the heart, using your throat and your, expressing yourself. This is also, throat is also very healthy boundaries, right? Respecting your own boundaries and that of others. Also respecting the limitations of others, and your own. Because we can only love another as much as we love ourselves. And this is the end of it. That's the end of the capacity. Those of you that have ever been like in a relationship where love wasn't reciprocated, that's what that is. This person never loved themselves, and they can only give you the amount of love that they love themselves. And this is actually, in a lot of cases, really sad when that realization hits. And so we develop compassion for this. This doesn't mean we have to stay in unhealthy relationships. Please don't. We should not stay in toxic and unhealthy relationships. However, maybe not should, but just like I guess this is my opinion, to not stay in a toxic or unhealthy relationship, but rather to leave at some point and to find the strength to get up and leave. But it doesn't mean we have to feel resentment about the situation like throughout the rest of our lives. I'd rather recommend going into the healing position, which I believe that's what you have been doing, or that's what you're currently doing, and to let go of this, because we don't want to like fuel it with any more energy. No. Okay, none of these. Yeah. 9 of Rods. This is like defensiveness that was caused by hurt. So you may actually still be working through a little bit of that, you know? It's interesting because we had the 10 of Wands, right? And then we have the 9 of Wands here, which are both something that you can do about your life. This is like action oriented. So it's like you put that wand down. You lit that wand on fire, right? You made sure that you had your fort in order. This is like boundaries, drawing a very strong line towards it. I'm also getting like outside world, drawing a very strong line when it comes to the outside world. Just like, no, I don't need the news. I don't need the media to influence me in such a way. It's not necessary. I'd rather stay in my love and light, and I make sure that I have very strong boundaries. There is, however, something over there that wants to come out, is what I can feel with this strong boundary. It's like this, and then there's something else over there, and we're continuing to work with the gateway of light activation. Let me see what wants to come out here. And I believe this is our last card. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stay here, please. And the cats are going crazy here. The cats are going crazy. There's a lot of commotion. There was never as much commotion. Yes. Anunnaki light codes. No. So energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Yeah, that's right there. Oh, that's learning about the unconditional love and light too. And you being able to perceive this. This is a step up, like a major step up. And now they're drawing the eye to the destiny. So this new moon in Leo is really propelling you towards, or propelling us towards our destinies, to step into our missions, into our destinies a lot stronger. If you feel you've been there and you already are there, still expect a push here in that direction. Wow. Okay, let me see. Anunnaki light codes. Energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. The Anunnaki are a race of cosmic light beings who have been coming to Earth since ancient times. The Sumerians and Babylonians, again, we have those ancient cultures mentioned here that we already had mentioned with Yod. There's something rising up, like a strong as ancient energy, like really strong, really awesome. I really recommend listening to the chanting. I will too, like once I finish this. The Sumerians and Babylonians acknowledged them as the deities who governed the space between the worlds. The divine leader of this incredible race is the goddess Ishtar, a powerful figure similar to the Egyptian goddess Isis. And interestingly enough, I felt like working with Isis this morning, and I pulled her out, and I'm expecting her to come out in the Leo reading, in the Leo birthday reading, if you're interested. Oh, she will, absolutely, because we have that fire present, and that power present, that heart present. The Anunnaki have taken many forms throughout the ages. They have an angelic warrior-like quality and have appeared with wings, sometimes up to 4, with an elongated head and face similar to that of an eagle. When the Anunnaki appear, it's important to know they are heavenly allies supporting our healing and ascension. In the distant past, past, they visited the Atlantean civilization and helped those who were aligned with the spiritual path to ascend to the next dimension so that they could leave the wheel of karma. They acted as divine judges, deciding who can ascend and who had to be left behind for the growth of their soul. This is very much reminding me of what we said earlier about the ark. You know, those that are ready have already built their boats. And I know, like, this can come across as really harsh, and I myself have to be really clear here. I don't know what this is exactly. I haven't been given like proper information. I should probably ask. Maybe I will receive this information, and we'll see. But you can ask as well, like, what does this exactly mean? Because I know that sometimes the channeling is coming through in riddles, so we have to kind of like decipher what is meant here and what is meant for each of us individually as well. And this is an important message too, because it's like, what can you bring through with your abilities? Like, how much can you bring forth, and what does it mean to you? Because you're a very unique channel. Like, nobody is like you. Nobody can bring through information, feelings, thoughts through the way that you do, through your unique design, right? And so you've built your arc, and others will be very surprised by what is hitting them. Okay. Those who had abused their powers and had not honored the divine or valued the great gift of life they had been given had to remain in the cataclysmic ending of their civilization. For that reason, some people who have had Atlantean incarnations may fear the Anunnaki, but be assured that they are beings of infinite light working for Source. There's a connection ritual that you can do that I will be posting over on Patreon for you. You'll find the link down below. The message here is great change is coming to you, but this can only occur if you are willing to shift your perception. You may be experiencing resistance to change, but please know this is simply fear of the new, not intuition. If you are wondering what is the best course of action, the Anunnaki are encouraging you to go with the new. Old systems, old ways of being, and old ways of doing things must be released if you are to evolve. Change can bring a sense of vulnerability, but will allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings, gifts, and what is important to you. You are standing at a gateway of pure potential, exactly, that will be ignited as soon as you move through with necessary change. Be open to new information, new processes, and new ideas. You are part of the new energy upon the earth. God, the cats. I love it, exactly. You are part of this energy. We are. That's great. Okay. Okay. Yeah, one more. So we're going to pull from the Guardian Angel deck. Here we go. Inner child. Okay, this is not coming as a surprise really, because we're talking about the inner child here as well. So, inner child. And it reads, nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you hold within. Absolutely. We live in a world where a formula exists for everything. Yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, simply nurtured. Regularly set aside some time to just play. This is also important. Also with the Leo energies. Leo is very family oriented, very loyal, very big heart. But also like with children. Leo has a strong connection with children. So if you can and have the ability, you know, to, and if this is fun to you, play with children, or with, you know, puppies, like baby puppies, to really ignite, you know, that fun, that nurturing, that which just do things that bring you a lot of fun is what I've been meaning to say. Like, this is super important here, and this is going to be very beneficial because it's good to know, right? It doesn't mean you have to do it. It just would make this journey a bit easier to bring lightness within it as well. Not just like the hard work all the time, or that we're here to do certain things, or that the doom and gloom is awaiting, which I don't believe it is at all. It's just like, these are the changing times we're going through, and sometimes, as you can see for your own life, change can come about quite hard. For example, with a divorce, or someone is dying or has died, and then you're just like going through this huge process of grief and working through an anger and whatever it is, only to come out on the other side and, you know, being changed for the better often, right? And it's just like, oh my God, this is humbling too. Life can humble us greatly, but this is for, for a good thing. Because if you're here, and I know most of you are from 35 upwards, most of you, it's just like you've been through some things. You have seen some things throughout your life. And would you wish to be 20 again? Personally, I wouldn't, because I've changed a lot in the past 20 years. So this is like a huge stepping stone. And I think to me, like, this is very important. Like, the change is really important. Think about this for yourself. Like, how important is that change to you? How much have you changed within the past 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? Do you wish to go back? Do you wish to be that same person? I don't think so, but this is up to you. You'll be the judge of that. It's not my life, it's yours. And I'll be the judge of my life. All right, my dear friends, I really hope this was helpful or insightful to you. The extended was included as a gift since I didn't do a live this time, and we'll come back with a live with the next full moon reading. Hopefully, if I have the energies to do it, because those lives require me to have a bit more energy than I do have currently. And I really hope this served you well. And I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow. Happy new moon in Leo. Bye, guys. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, yeah.